But I feel like everything was loud. I like it loud in my headphones.
I think the headphones were louder than it actually was for everybody else.
I like it.
Yeah, no, I like it too. And you usually like to party along.
I like
with
to
the song
party.
It's okay, but it was there. I made sure that it stayed loud.
The only way I can fake dance now is doing what I remember seeing my students doing like 4 years ago, where they were just do it.
They're probably all of them. That's why they don't watch the show. They're like, we know it. We know it.
Wait, what are you
pointing at? Who are you pointing at?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Attack the Block Print.
Hi.
Live.
Yes, live.
I forgot the name of the show. It's on Attack the Block Print. Attack the Block Print.
You go,
live.
What is the thing that we're doing again? Who are we again?
I should write the name of the show on the ceiling so I can go like that. Welcome to Attack the Block Print live. Your buddy Peter. This is my beautiful wife Gaby, and we got a fun show. We are carving a brand new portrait inspired by The Predator, one of my favorite movies of all time. Funny enough, I've never done a Predator print at all. I don't even think I've like doodled one. Not even back in the day. No. And so
you haven't even doodled the Predator?
Like, meaning like I've drawn the Predator probably in a sketchbook somewhere, but I'm saying I've never done any carving of the Predator. Never done like, so this will be the first time doing it. So I'm super excited for that because I'm a big Predator fan. Obviously, one of the greatest designs of all time, Stan Winston, one of the best movies of all time, in my opinion. I love actually a lot of Predator movies, not all of them. I love Predator 2. Want some candy?
I don't know. Man, now I don't know. How many Predators have I watched?
You've watched, okay, so you've definitely watched the one with Arnold.
Yeah,
in the jungle.
Yeah.
That's part one. Then there's Predator 2.
That's the one in the city, right?
In the city,
okay,
Danny Glover.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah. And then that cool cemetery scene that I quote all the time where the kid's like,
I don't remember it that well.
Okay, well, it's a good movie. And it has at the end scene, Danny Glover's like in the Predator ship. And then like when we were kids, there was
and
the
he puts
alien
on
skull in the background. And we're like,
and everyone's like, oh, it's canon. It's canon.
That's why sometimes like I talk to like when Andrea was here printing and she's like 10 years younger than us or whatever. And I would say, man, it's just so cool that so-and-so and so-and-so in the same movie. She's like, I'm like, you don't understand. There was years when we had none of this. We had to like nod to each other at conventions. Like, remember that one time in that one comic?
Yeah,
then, like,
right, exactly.
And that's all there was.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's Predator 2. After Predator
AVP
2,
is my favorite.
That
I know for sure.
Alien vs. Predator is the next Predator. The next movie that Predator's in. So that's AVP. And
really? So it goes Predator 1,
Predator 2, nothing for a long time.
Nothing forever, AVP?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the order.
Oh, I think I have
Pull up the list real quick now that we're doing this. Pull up a quick filmography or like whatever it's called.
On my phone?
Yeah, phone's fine.
Okay.
But so yeah, Predator 2, AVP, which is funny. Like I remember watching Alien vs. Predator in the movie theater and feeling disappointed by it. But
why?
I don't remember, like, I don't know. I just had this idea in my head of what it would be or whatever. I don't know. But when I rewatched it with you a few years ago, I'm like, this movie's so fun, dude. It's stupid, but there's like actually some good stuff in it. And I like the whole, I know it's an oversimplification of stuff that happened in the comics. Calm down all the nerds out there.
Wow.
Tell me.
Alien versus or Predator, is it Predator versus, no, it's Alien versus Predator is not listed as one of the Predator films.
Okay, because there's Predator, Predator 2, Predators.
Yeah, then the Predator, and then Prey.
Prey,
which
right.
Prey is like...
Prey's great.
Amazing.
Predators was also one that I was slightly like underwhelmed by, although I think I'm going to rewatch it. It has Adrian Brody.
Damn, it was 20 years later.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. Well, that's why I'm saying like the Predator franchise wasn't like silent. It was AVP and AVP 2, which I've never.
Where did AVP fall in that
timeline?
The Alien versus Predator franchise.
This is important.
Combines the continuities and universe of the Alien franchise with Predator franchise. And consists of 2 films?
Yeah, part 2. That's the one I never saw.
There was AVP part 2? And you didn't tell me that?
Yeah, we talked about it because the alien has little Predator dreads. I never even seen it, to be fair.
So it goes Predator 1, Predator 2.
Yes.
Then...
Technically, it's AVP.
Then AVP.
Yes.
Then...
AVP 2.
AVP Requiem.
That's part 2.
And then we get to Predators.
Yes. And then The Predator.
No, The Predator is 2018.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So it's
Oh yeah,
Predators,
Predators, then the Predator, then
Stick with me, babe. Come on.
Then Cállate, and then Prey.
Yeah, and I actually remember seeing The Predator at home. It was like a home release or something. I don't remember, but we watched it. And it
was
like,
a home release? It was a straight to DVD?
I don't remember. But it was Gary Busey's son was like one of the actors. I thought it was fun. I like the big jumbo Predator at the end was a cool design. So like my expectations for Predator movies are not, too deep. It's just like, is there a cool monster suit? Are they kicking ass? And that's why I think I was like a little underwhelmed. I got to rewatch Predators.
There's a lot of hate for AVP in the chat.
I know, it's cool to hate
and
AVP.
I wonder why, because I love that film, and I'm usually like, my bullshit meter is very high for movies, but that one I was like,
okay,
yeah, this is so fun.
I'll give you some perspective of why I remember not liking it at first. Because there's a lot of like comic lore that was out there and about what would happen if predators and aliens met and all that kind of stuff.
But it was like kind of, we knew that it was always going to happen, right? Because of the first or second Predator.
Well, no, back then you weren't guaranteed anything. It was just a cool like Easter egg. But what I'm saying is that I think it was underwhelming in terms of like the gore and like the lore that was not really there, was kind of brushed over. Your brother's the super Predator fan, and he's in the chat.
He's in the chat.
He might be able to write something to explain.
He will. He sent me a bunch of stuff to talk about today about Predator because I know very.
But little. I like it. I don't think it. Obviously, it's not the same type of novelty as when the first Predator came out. I don't think you can do that twice. But it's fun, dude. The designs are really good. I like the alien queen in it. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know why. Someone in the chat who hates AVP, give me a reason why it was terrible. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to remember why people didn't like it, because when I went back and saw it, I'm like, this is a fun movie. It's like, whatever. I'm not saying it's not reinventing film. It's not.
I mean, if you're going into it with that mentality, you're doing it wrong.
But it is fun. Like for me, like if it sucks and it's boring, that's the worst. It might not be like the greatest movie of all time, but it was fun to watch, and I liked it. So whatever. Anyway, so. Long story short, I did that alien print a couple of years ago for Mondo. Poster of the year 2021. I believe I beat Greg Ruth. No big deal.
Oh, Lord.
No big deal. but he knows. He bent the knee.
He knows.
No, I'm just kidding.
He bent the knee?
No. But no, I'm just teasing. But in all seriousness, like I always wanted to do the Predator next and just make it like facing like a similar composition just so they could face. And hopefully I get to do that at some point. We don't, the licenses for that are a little squirrely with Disney and Fox and all that. But hopefully I'll get to do that. In the meantime, though, the other day I was sitting around, I'm like, I've never done a Predator. And these blocks are fun for me because they give me an opportunity to think about if I would do it, how would it look design-wise? Like what kind of things would I simplify and boil down? Like, go to the art cam for a second so I can talk about this for a quick second here. As I was sketching this thing out, what I was thinking about is like what parts of the natural predator anatomy like can be simplified. Because I don't just like to do a one-to-one if I'm gonna like really put a lot of effort into it. I like to figure out ways to emphasize certain patterns or create contrast and use things that are there to make fun patterns, like the netting in his chest. Yeah. Like that kind of creates a cool grid for a block print. He has like these cool textured skin and like birthmark things all on his head, and so I just turned that into like this cool pattern here. Those kind of things work as a block print. So if I can find it, I usually try to find it in something like this, and then I would be confident to go, okay, we can do a print. I'm not saying I'm doing a print suddenly. I'm just saying that's what I was thinking about. So we're gonna do Predator night. What's up, everybody in the chat? I see Rich Bleachers, Andrew Harriman. I see Enlightened Movie Posters. I see Ryan Dole. Ryan Dole had a great episode last night with Toy Anxiety. Strongly recommend.
I fell asleep to the dulcet sounds of everybody's voices last night on Toy Anxiety.
The end of that episode got hilarious, in my opinion, in terms of the subject matter.
What was it? I really did fall. I was so tired
I'll just say there was a moment at the end of the stream where the entire chat was posting about the most famous person they've ever peed next to. It was incredible. It was raining great content. Golden rain.
Oh my God, golden rain.
Yeah. So I'll just say if you haven't watched Toy Anxiety, it's such a good show. Go watch last night's episode. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, so the archive is here. Jared Wyrick, Pedals and Stuff, Round Spider, Christine Stubbs, Larry Latham, Brian Carr, Eric Mullis. Oh, my cousin Eric. What's up, dude? Elias Cruz. That's Gabby's brother, Patch. Bob N, Melanie M, Chelsea Birchfield, John Ballou, so many good people in the chat. Welcome and thanks for hanging with us. A lot of fun. Before we get into it, I want to show something really cool because many of you backed my Kickstarter for Takuro the Last Dorok. And I know an update went out. Can you give me the one?
The big?
Yeah, the big.
You got it.
And
Hold on one second.
no, it's okay. And I know a lot of you got an update recently from Skybound that shows off the Takuro figure box. And I just wanted to show it to you. I love this box so much.
The box is amazing.
I love it almost as much as the figure itself. It's really cool. It's got the original Takuro design. And I was going to design a new piece of art for the box. But then I thought like, dude, and same thing for the cover, but like, let's just use the original picture of Takuro in on the box, on the book, because I think it's like a wink to everybody who's been supporting for so long. So
Yeah.
I love it, and I'm super happy with it. It's really cool. It's got the credits to Tufan, Caesar, who sculpted it, Hector Arce, who helped design this thing with me. So really, really love how the box came out. It's a keeper box, in my opinion. You know, for me, it was important to not design a box that is
Like a throwaway.
yeah, like, and there's some boxes that you just gotta toss and all that, but I just wanted the box to be like a cool backdrop too. So
Yeah.
I just want to give you an update on that, because they put out an update, Skybound did, just so everybody's clear. And if you know somebody who's backed the Kickstarter and is not on the stream, feel free to share this. But so just so it's clear, I know we talked about it before, I am working on the book, which is a massive undertaking, probably definitely a lot more than Skybound anticipated, and even more than I anticipated, because when we first agreed to do it, I was under the impression that I would be working on the book only, like that's all I was going to be doing this year, and it didn't work out that way. There was a lot of other things I had to do, and so now that I'm at Mondo, it's the same thing. I got a lot of things on my plate as a creative director there, you know, and I also want to design stuff that goes out to people who don't know my work, like the Mecha Godzilla figure, or I have a new figure that hopefully will be showing off in a couple of weeks at DesignerCon that you guys might dig. So doing things like that. I also want to do some more prints. I haven't done a print since The Thing in May.
I know, that's crazy.
And I've got another approved Godzilla sketch I can start working on any day. And I want to get on that, just haven't had a chance. So it's a balancing act, is what I'm trying to say. But for the book, I'm doing, it's almost all carvings. And I decided that I'm going to do the illustrations for the human story that takes place with Baby Takuro in the book digitally, but it still fits. I posted some of it on my Instagram so you can see it feels good. It fits. It's gonna have like the same paper texture, etc. But you know, it's a lot of work, and I just had this like moment the other day where I'm like, dude, how am I gonna get this thing done, dude? Like, how am I gonna get this thing done in a reasonable amount of time? Yeah. And I feel some pressure to get it done because I know Skybound wants to ship everything together, so I don't want the figure to be like, the figure's still not here in the States. It's on its way.
Yeah, it's
coming. So it's not like they've been holding anything back. They haven't. But the point is, I don't want to hold people. I don't want to block people from getting the stuff that's available. So I want to work on it and be as hasty and efficient as possible. But I also want to make sure this thing, once it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
Once it goes out, it's done. It's my name, it's Jared's name, it's Skybound's name, and Takuro is as much a part of, as much as your guys' responsibility as is mine, as much as your legacy as is mine, because you guys backed this. You've been backing it with me throughout the whole pandemic. You know, you helped me build it. So I just can't live with myself if I do a half-ass thing or if I rush a bunch of things. So like, you know, right now I'm working on a cool print for a page, the full 18 by 24 image. I've been doing some smaller ones when I can, when it makes sense, but I'm doing an 18 by 24 carving right now that's almost done, and it's an awesome alien autopsy scene. I'll just say that. I'm not gonna say anything else, but it's really freaking cool. And I was like, I could do this digitally. I could do this as a smaller carving and make it done quicker, but I just wanted to do it fucking big and cool and detailed, and even though it's going to be small in the book, I just had to do it. I want to do it this way. And so those decisions definitely drag things out longer because they take longer to finish. But again, man, I don't know. Like, there's a world where the book could take another freaking year or a little bit more even. I don't know because I can't figure out.
I'll say I like the approach. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I've been watching Pete make this book, and I was there obviously when he made the decision to go half digital art and half carved. And I gotta tell you, as somebody who loves Peter's art, and I loved it even before he was whatever, a big deal. Not that you're a big deal.
I'm a big deal.
You're not that big a deal.
Biggest.
But D-list.
Huge.
I love his digital art, and I feel like not enough people see it because most of what you do is carve.
Yeah.
But people, I don't think, realize how good of an artist you are outside of that medium. Like, it's hard to imagine how talented you are outside of that.
Thank you, man.
And seeing it put together so professionally into this book, it actually brings me a lot of joy because I feel like people are going to get to see a side of your artistry that is rare. Yeah. Especially now, because you almost only exclusively work in carving. Yeah. And I remember back in the day, if you're an OG follower of Peter's art, he did oil paintings, he did digital illustration, he did a bunch of stuff. And those people know how incredible of an artist he is. So I think it's going to be a special treat to everybody to see how he renders the story digitally as well, because it's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks, and look, the reality is, to someone who doesn't know my media, it shouldn't be too much of a jump. Like when you see it, it still fits. It's got the designs, the patterns. I'm drawing things so that they look a little carved with the texture marks and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, I'm still like, there's some big action sequences. I have plans to do a whole third act in giant 18 by 24 carvings. That's gonna be fucking epic. I don't know. It's gonna take a while, but there's no other way. I can't do all that fun, great little detail on small carvings, and digitally just doesn't feel the same. That doesn't feel the same. There are certain happy accidents that happen when I'm carving, when the tools and the medium restricts me a certain way. Right. That I'm like, that's what I gotta do. I gotta have that clunkiness, the weird, quirky parts of it. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of like provide some context because that update went out. Yeah. And it said it was nicely worded letter. I sign off on all those letters. So, but it said, hey, sad tidings. The book's taking a little longer than we thought because we had originally hoped to deliver everything by November, like this month. Right. And it's just not happening. Like the figure is, you can see the box is here. The figures, I've been showing you the figure 100 times. Yeah. It's awesome. There are going to be other colorways coming out. I've kind of hinted at that quite a bit. Mm-hmm. They're going to be from two different retailers. I can't say anything more about that, but there are other colorways coming out. My goal and my hope is that the black and white ones ship before the other ones are solicited. But just so you guys know, a lot of that is not up to me. So I'm working on it. Skybound's been awesome. Everybody's been great. And it's a huge undertaking, and I feel like it's a major part of my legacy that I could not have built without Gaby, obviously, without Skybound, without Mondo, and without all you guys. So I will not put this out shitty. I just won't do it. I won't.
It's okay.
I won't do it.
I think
so I just want everybody
understands.
knows. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know, so we can get into things, and I also wanted to show this off.
I know, that box is so great.
I didn't want to be like, oh, I can't show this because then people are going to get hyped. And then, yes, Raph has put in the chat, and he's right. The digital wallpaper is finally available.
Yeah, look, Christopher Alarcon says, look, I locked down the digital wallpaper, baby. I'm Gucci. That's exactly. So we just wanted to make sure you guys got that. So dumb. That's it. Everything else will come when it comes.
But other than that, last bit of like off the top news, housekeeping, is that we're going to be at DesignerCon. Both Gaby and I are going. I think the dates are the third, 15th,
no,
15th,
the 15th.
16th, 17th. Yeah. We'll be in LA or Anaheim a couple days before, just a heads up. I don't know what I'm going to be having to do, but 15th, 16th, and 17th will be at DesignerCon. Come see us. Come say hi. I know it's a weird time of the year. It's usually November. Yeah. But whatever.
But DM us if you're going to be there, and maybe we can meet up.
We'll definitely meet up.
We'll obviously be at the Mondo booth. But
yeah.
It's going to be fun. I'm really excited.
All right. See you guys. But what is that? It's a short circuit.
What do you mean? See you guys later?
I just ended the stream. You were so like declarative with your sentence. I'm like, well, we're done.
I guess we're done for the day.
All right, go.
Okay,
go.
It's time for the news, I think, right? Yeah. All right, here we go.
Entertainment news.
Okay, here we go.
You might want to do the reset. Look, the camera's already dying for the art.
Oh no!
Can you just flip it on?
Look at him!
I
Look
know.
at him go!
It's like phasing in and out.
We really need to replace that camera.
Bro.
Poor thing. I think it's at the end of its rope.
It might be.
It could be. It's
All right.
old.
All right, I think we'll see what
it might. It might just be like this.
Oh god.
Oh
All
no.
right. But hopefully by next stream we can get this figured out.
Yeah, for sure. We'll just get a new one. Anyway, Peter wanted me to start off the news with like something weird today. And I couldn't find anything too weird, so
No. It's just that I was thinking about this and I sent you this article and I said, I don't know why this idea just landed into my head and I'm like, first of all, I said, what is the grossest food to watch someone eat? This is what I think about, by the way. What is the grossest food to watch someone eat that is also the most delicious food to eat? So it's not that you're grossed out by the food.
That's a
Just
good point.
seeing someone else eat it.
yeah, like
Is gross.
bums you out.
Yeah. Try that camera one more time.
I feel like it would be. Well, we'll go through it. Hold on, I'm gonna
I'll try
try.
this one more time. Yeah, because that's what I was thinking about. I don't know, and believe me, I don't know. Nothing spurred that on. It just came to my mind. Like, what is the grossest one? And then I said, dude, you know what? I bet you there's a list of like worst and grossest foods that you should not eat on a first date, and I wonder what those could be.
Well, there you go. Now you have the
And so-
article. Apparently, this article exists, you guys. I think before we get into it, I want to see everybody in the chat put up what they think the worst food to order on a first date
Yes.
is. Because I've already obviously read this article, and I know what they have to say. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. But
Did
I
you
would
have
love
one
to know.
before you read the article that you would have said?
Worst thing to eat on a first date?
Yeah, like number one, you would never order it because you know better, and you'd be mortified if someone else ordered it, or not. Maybe not mortified. But
I
like,
don't know if
"Ugh."
I'd be mortified.
Right. But like, okay, that's a choice.
I think for me, it's anything fish. Like
Sushi?
anything. No, sushi's the exception to that rule only because it's odorless.
Okay.
But any kind of like cooked fish, unless you're both fucking
Fishaholics.
seafood lovers and you met on a boat while fishing or something, and you're like fucking the smell of cooked fish makes you fucking ready to rock. Then yeah, fine. But I think for everybody else, there's just something about the smell of cooked fish that it doesn't exactly inspire romance to me. I don't know.
Gross.
I just feel like it's just
Mine-
I can't be the only one. Look, people are like
No.
calamari,
100%.
live squid, live squid, bro.
To me, it's yeah,
Oyster.
yeah, like if you get a grilled piece of salmon, it's probably not the end of the world, or a grilled piece of like mahi mahi or something. it's not
That's not the worst.
But like,
because mahi is
someone
basically
orders
like steak.
Someone orders fucking steamed mussels. Yeah. On a first fucking date.
Yeah.
I just get up and I leave,
Yeah.
and I throw a credit card here. Pay
It's
for
just not. It's just not it.
No.
Like you gotta. I mean, you also don't have to. I feel like you don't have to also do. Go so extreme that you order like
One
I'll
lettuce
just
leaf,
have right
one toothpick
like
and ice water.
a dressingless side salad and a
No,
couple of ice cubes in a glass, please.
no.
Like you don't have to go
No.
so hard.
No.
But you definitely don't want to do.
John Baloo says garlic knots. Unfortunately, he's right, bro.
Bro,
And I'm an animal.
garlic
I
is
can't
like-
turn it down.
I know. Garlic is a tough one to have on a first date because both people are gonna have the most rank breath afterwards.
Now, if I'll say this, if you go to a first date and it's going really well,
the thing is, I can watch somebody eat garlic nuts.
right.
Like that's not gonna bum me out.
Right,
It's
right,
just
right.
afterwards.
But like, let's say you're on a first date and it's going really well. You're not eating first. You're maybe like you're doing something first, then eating, and then you're like, hey, look, I know it's a first date, and I know we probably shouldn't order garlic knots, but we're probably not gonna hook up to this first date.
Wow. I challenge you. I challenge
Not
you
good?
to find anybody who's willing to
You say
fucking
that? Okay.
start the date
Okay.
by saying, "Listen, we're not gonna hook up tonight."
But like, I'm like,
just
if
letting
we
you know.
both agree to have garlic knots, like, what if we're both like, fuck?
Well, yeah, like I don't remember what I was reading the other day, but it must have been an Instagram post or something that was like props for ordering. Like it was a conversation between two people who had just gone on a date, and somebody said props for ordering the wings on the first date. And it's like, yeah, that's another one that I think is a no-no because, bro,
Super
nothing
sloppy.
is. I mean, oof. You're gonna get gross. Everyone's gonna get gross. Your
Yeah.
hands is gonna get under your fingernails. You're gonna have like baba all over your mouth.
What did we eat on our first date?
You and I?
Yeah, it was definitely wasn't it
We
Hole in
went
the
to
Wall?
Hole in the
It's
Wall,
a
but we
barbecue
only
place.
had drinks. We
Really?
yeah, I don't think we ate.
Smart. Me.
I think we just went and had a few beers and then went straight
Sick.
to the arcade.
Okay. That's smart.
It was smart. I feel like I've never gone on a date with somebody to go eat. Not first date. My first date has always been like, I don't know, like just going to a bar. Or
Yeah. Yeah, because then you're committed to the time of the dinner.
Yeah. Oh, and I don't want to that's not the first thing I want to do in front of you is eat.
Right.
Like,
right.
what if you're, I don't know, what if you're Peter and you're really grossed out by eating?
I'm so judgmental of people eating.
You are.
I'm like,
what if you had seen me eating? Even though
Yeah,
I'm a very
might have
good
been
eater.
over.
You're okay with me eating.
yeah, I'm okay with you. And I'm a great eater.
You're okay.
I'm great.
You're a loud eater.
Nah.
No?
No.
Okay.
That's not true. All right, go.
All right, let's see. Yeah,
See what the article
list
says.
of where women don't want you to take them on a first date is ridiculous.
That's the article saying that?
What's dinner on a first date? First date is like a drink or two. See, Raph? Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Our- oh, super chat.
Uh-oh.
Brian Carr says, will Orko be shown at Designer Con? Any other new Motu being shown or teased there? Keep kicking ass. You guys always do a great show. Thank you, Brian.
Brian, thank you so much, sir. And I believe you will be pleased when you see what is revealed.
Uh-huh.
Motu is always at the top of our mind.
Raph says sitting next to each other like the people in the picture. You know what's funny is that Peter and I sit together when we eat. Like we sit next to each other. We don't sit across from, not always, but like we mostly sit next to each other.
If I given the option, I say next to you, not aside from you. So I don't have to, so you can't watch me eat, and I don't have to watch it. I'm kidding.
Oh my God. No.
All right, go. Get into this article.
All right. Let's go through it. So first thing is, avoid anything containing garlic. 100% you don't want garlic breath. That's fucking disgusting.
Right.
Steer clear of spaghetti. Yes, dude. Spaghetti is first of all, what are you, like 12? You're eating spaghetti at a restaurant? Like just regular, degular spaghetti?
Chef
Not even
Boyardee.
something like fun and interesting. It has just friggin' spaghetti.
You bring your own can of ravioli. Is it because of the mess?
Well, number one, you're inviting a mess.
No, but what does it say?
Because it says exactly that.
Oh, okay.
It's a mess factor.
Yeah.
Like not only are you gonna probably get spaghetti sauce all over yourself and the other person, but then that person has to watch you slurping noodles. And that's not what you want to do.
No, I would
on
hate
the
to watch
first
that.
date, dude.
Yeah. No, it's a bad move.
Ooh, my God.
Yeah, because even if you don't get the red sauce, even if you get like what do you call it? Like a little...
Like a baked pasta dish?
Or
No, I think you could do that.
So like if you get like just olive oil on your noodles, it's still a slurping situation.
The slurp is the problem, and then there's like no way to avoid that. Even if you twirl it correctly, you're still gonna get one errant noodle that you have to slurp, and then it's disgusting.
And by the way, if anybody's listening to this and feels like they're being judged, believe me,
you are.
Not by us, but someone is judging you, and so we're just trying to help you out.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, baby back ribs. This in wings to me is the same issue. Is like you can't really do baby back ribs. They're too sloppy. And even if you try to eat it with like a fork and knife, then you're gonna get judged for being the fork and knife rib eater.
Yeah, you really can't win if you do that. Like you're really setting yourself up for a bad situation.
Yeah. Chicken's great unless it's fried or wings. I don't agree with the fried chicken.
Okay.
I do agree with the wings.
Let's picture that what they're saying is like an actual like fried chicken, not like tenders.
I'm okay.
Or
like
something.
if you're going to if you both decide to go to a place where the specialty is like Southern cooking, so like you're doing fried chicken, you're doing chicken fried steaks, like you're doing, all of the Southern food, then who gives a shit who's eating fried chicken?
Now, what is the thinking on this one? What are they saying about this?
I think the fried chicken.
I would not agree with that either in theory, but maybe they could convince me.
It says. Any chicken that you have to eat off the bone is going to be messy and will leave you with greasy fingers. Wings in particular because of all of the sauce.
Okay, I get it. Because you're gonna if you have like a fried chicken breast or drumstick or whatever.
Fried chicken and wings can both have strong and lingering aromas, and even if you don't notice, if your date is sensitive to smells, he or she may sense that ode to chicken hours later on either your breath or clothing, and it's not a good way to.
Not only that, like the fry smell, like just
again, like I think if you're both down for it, you know what I mean, then okay, like because you're both sort of at the same time saying I'm cool with the fact that we're both gonna smell like fried chicken after this for a while. then yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I put that one in the bubble. Like I get it,
Yeah.
but it probably also depends on some other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next would be
Something to think about.
shelled seafood.
Oh,
Agreed,
fuck
because
off.
there's no way to eat that without
Fuck
wearing a
off.
bib and getting juices splattered all
Get the
over
fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck right out of here if you eat that shit on a
No,
first date.
yeah.
You're
We're
out of your
not doing
fucking
this.
You better be like.
Oh my
in-
god! Or what if your date is like allergic
Oh
to
my
shell
God.
seafood and they don't
doesn't say
know?
anything?
No, or they
Oh.
don't know because some people don't know. Like they just wake up one day and they're allergic. You've never
Oh,
heard of
no,
that?
yeah, but I can't stand for that. I can't.
What? What do you
sympathize
mean?
that.
Sorry that then end of date.
I mean, you
sorry.
can't-
Oh, I'm sorry. You just developed the allergy today. Sorry.
I don't know. You can't I can't be responsible for that. Like,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It would be
Like,
unfortunate.
what happens if you find out like that night? You know?
After you order, you mean?
Yeah, like you've
Well,
been
then
cool with it all
whoops.
your life. You maybe don't eat it that much, but when you eat it, you're fine. And then that one night you order it, and suddenly you have
Believe
like,
me, we wouldn't even get that far.
isn't that in a movie in Hitch?
I didn't see that.
That movie with
Smith.
Will Smith, where he's like the dating coach or whatever, and he
Right,
goes
right,
on and
right.
he gets a
Never seen
shellfish allergy. That shit's hilarious.
Well, look,
Anyway.
this is what I'll say. I'm just gonna say, like, you don't even have to worry about that. Don't even order that shit.
Just don't order it.
You don't need to. That's the night you have to have a fucking crab. That
Wait,
night.
but what about lobster? Because that's considered very fancy.
I think that's different. And I'll tell you why. You're not eating lobster with your hands. You're not cracking anything. It's
Correct.
usually served the tail.
The tail already
exposed.
ready to go.
If you're really at a nice place where they do like a surf and turf steak or a burger and they chop the lobster and they put,
Yeah,
you're great.
Okay.
Lobster, I think.
So lobster is the pass.
Yeah, I mean, still rolling the dice a little bit.
A little, yeah.
But-
also, it's also the smell.
It's also like too much of a flex. Like who? It's like
No,
so.
not necessarily, because maybe you're
It's
like
cliche, you know
I
what
mean,
I'm
it.
saying?
Okay, you're right. It could be taken the wrong way. Like
Yeah.
on the first date, I'm gonna go and spoil. Like I don't even know you.
Right,
I'm
we're
gonna go
doing lobster
spoil you
on
on
day one.
lobster. All right, calm down.
Yeah, you're
That's
also-
an anniversary meal.
Yeah, and you're raising the bar too high too fast.
Yeah,
bro.
no,
Like,
no,
where do
no.
you go next?
That's a first anniversary meal or a birthday meal when you've already heard the other person farting and shit. You're okay with them eating a fucking stinky ass lobster. Spicy curries.
Bro, shit got real.
You know I'm right.
Yes.
Spicy curries are a terrible idea. Yes, anything spicy. You do not want to see the person on the other side of you sweating
That's another bad one.
profusely
Another bad
through
one.
a spicy curry. And then because I love curry, but some curries also leave a lingering odor on people.
Yeah.
The smell of cumin
Yeah.
smells like if you don't know it's cumin and somebody just walked by you with cumin on their clothes or on their breath, you'd think it was body odor.
Oh, really?
Yes, cumin smells like an armpit.
No kidding. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
if you don't, like when you're cooking with good cumin, you're like, fuck yeah, this is delicious. But if you smell like not great quality cumin or cumin that's been lingering on
Yeah.
somebody's body or their breath, it smells like a fucking dirty armpit.
Now this is a problem for me because like curry's one of those foods that I'm like I would not have thought of this. I would have ordered it mild. I would not have ordered spicy.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even put two and two together, but that's I fucking love curry, especially Thai curry.
Oh my god, Thai curry.
Does Thai curry
forever,
have the same
dude.
cumin situation? Maybe not.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Again, it's not. You don't need it on the first date. You don't
no,
need it.
it's just not the. I mean, again, if you're going Thai, like there's
Yeah.
other things that you can eat off of the menu that aren't curry.
Agree.
It's just it's like the hot soup is gonna make you
a hot
sweat no
soup in
matter
general,
what,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just not the move.
No, it's just not it's not the right move. It's
Fondue
delicious.
is.
Fuck.
It says fondue is too intimate, which I agree. Like if you're on a
Oh,
first date and you're
fuck
both
yeah.
like double dipping into a
Oh,
same
bro.
bowl of fucking melted cheese, like maybe we want to.
I don't even like
Rethink that one.
sharing a dip spot with anybody. Period.
Yeah, you share with me.
Yeah, but like it's not ideal.
You want
Everybody
your
with
own
their own
dip?
dip. You know what I mean? I don't like that.
I'll remember that next time we have dip.
Everybody take a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
I'm gonna tell all of our friends. I'm gonna be like, just make sure you bring one of every dip extra, just for Peter to have by himself.
It's also too presumptuous. Like
What?
Like if you go to fondue
No.
the first date.
Fondue doesn't give me presumptuous
No?
vibes. Fondue gives me like, that's a weird choice vibe.
Yeah, it is weird.
Like,
it's like what
why
is
do you-
1994?
Exactly.
What are the melting pot just
Yeah,
open?
yeah. It's like it's a little too. I don't know. Like you couldn't think of anything better.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, were they running a special for?
on Groupon. Now I like fondue. Who doesn't like melted cheese on fucking bread?
I'm
and shit,
down. But again, also.
but cooking the steak in the oil splatter. That's a bad one.
I think the idea of eating that much cheese on the first date
Oh my God, you're right.
could be really problematic.
Oh my God.
Could be really problematic.
It's just too. Yeah, it's a bad move.
It's
Good
just
call.
a bad
Good call.
move,
Good
dude.
call.
Bad move.
I like that.
Organ meats. I think Rich put this in the chat earlier.
really?
He put sweet meats.
Sweet.
No, sweetbreads.
Oh,
Sorry, sweet meats is what I call Tony's tummy.
Sweet meats.
Sweet meats.
Yeah, organ
No,
meats.
yeah, sweetbread. Sweetbread is another way of saying like organ meats or whatever.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, are delicious. And this doesn't count if you're Argentinian.
I was just
because
about to
Argentinian
say.
people love their organ meat.
I was gonna say this
and,
whole list
you know-
is probably like culturally not specific because
Correct.
like what's spicy, to certain groups of people is not to someone else and yada yada. But yes,
Right.
you get the idea. If you're a regular Joe who has no
what's-
culture,
The chat is asking what's dip etiquette when eating with family or significant other. I don't give a fuck. I double dip. I don't give a shit. Did none of you watch Mythbusters? Mythbusters covered this
What
shit
happened?
years ago.
What did they say?
They did this myth that if you double dip,
Yeah.
that you're putting bacteria from your mouth back into the dip, and that
Right.
other people are consuming it, and it
Right.
could get you sick, or
Right.
it's just like unsanitary,
Right,
whatever.
right.
So they like did
Test.
did that test,
Okay.
and they found out that it's bullshit. Like
I don't
there's
care.
no
I don't
transfer.
fucking care.
It's nothing.
What are you gonna do? Put your chip back in and go? Oh, you didn't see Mythbusters? It's fine.
When it's you and me, no, but he's saying with family and significant
Exactly.
other.
I
With
don't
other,
want
when
them-
I'm with other people, I'm polite and I'm like one dip only.
Yeah.
But if it's with you and me, I don't give a fuck.
Oh no, that's
Please,
fine, it's
at
fine.
this point, first of all, family is family. We're blood. We already share everything.
But I'm
We're
not-
good.
I'm
With
not
my
ex-
significant other, bro.
No, I'm
don't
not-
even talk to me about being squeamish about sharing bodily fluids.
I'm not extending this courtesy to my family.
Why not?
I don't want it. If my mom fucking dips her chip twice in front of my mom, who I love more than anything, I'm knocking the fucking chip out of her hand.
You came out of her.
I will go like this.
Body, Peter.
That's a long time ago.
It doesn't matter.
Look, move on. And so I
Oh
would I go,
my
Mom,
God,
I'm sorry,
dude.
what, Mom? I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
I fucking throw
that's
the
not
dip on.
true. You better be glad she's not in the chat right now, because she's gonna fucking
She's
roast
gonna run
you.
through the
I
wall.
can't wait to clip this out on YouTube and send it to her. She's gonna fucking disown you.
I don't like it. You don't need to do it. Get a spoon, get a little dip, put it on a fucking plate. Dip
I mean,
that.
yes, that is the proper
It
etiquette.
also represents that
Take
you're
your
not
own dip.
You're not thinking. You're not being considerate. You know what I mean?
Well, no,
that's what it
if you do
signifies.
it around other people. But if you do it with your significant other or your family, it doesn't, who fucking cares? Okay.
You'll know if it's okay to dip twice in front of me because I will have already told you.
Oh, that's you get to the house and Peter's like, listen.
No,
I just want you to know we've arrived at the stage of our relationship where
it's
I'm
not
okay
happening.
with you double dipping.
no. Everybody who I'm okay with double dipping has already been notified, and it's nobody. Fuck.
Okay, always avoid foods that make you gassy. Oh my God, John Price. The
What?
wife and I have to have separate salsa bowls.
100%.
And queso we spoon all onto separate bowls or plates.
100%. He's a classy guy. That family's
Do
class.
not
We
let
met them.
me-
We met them in Texas. They're all
Who?
class.
Oh,
The
yeah,
price-
yeah.
There's not. Please, of course, John.
I'm just saying,
Hats off, sir.
with you and me, I don't care. Suck it. Suk madi, if you know what I mean. I want to say what's on my brain right now, but it is so offensive
Don't do it. Don't do it. Just
that
move on.
I'm not going to
Move
do
on.
it.
Move
But
on.
you can DM me if you want to hear my real thoughts about this. Okay.
Don't do it.
Yeah, so basically you don't want to eat anything that's going to make you feel bloated or gassy, because you
Yeah.
don't want to like have an accidental,
Rip an ass.
rip
Rip an ass
right
cheek.
in the middle of a first date.
A
So
quiet
it says
moment.
the foods that are most common to trigger the urge to let one rip include the obvious beans and lentils,
Yeah, bad news.
along with more unexpected offenders like vegetables such as broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts.
Oh, I didn't know cauliflower was in that group.
Yeah, carbonated drinks, artificial sweeteners.
Yeah.
So no Diet Coke,
No,
my friends, because
no.
that's a double whammy. Carbonated and artificial sweeteners.
That's gas?
You're gonna let one go.
Interesting.
Fatty and fried foods. Yes,
Yeah,
they can make you. That's why they say like stay away from fast food on a first date.
When I was a kid,
and
if I used
dairy,
to, I was gonna say
obviously.
when I was a kid, if I had dairy, like I would always have this problem where I would eat lunch as a kid, and there was always some dairy product, a yogurt or a fucking milk or some shit. And then like immediately after, we're going to play basketball for recess. Like lunch and recess were a thing together. And it was always so hot. And like I just went out there to dribble the ball 3 times. And I had to shit my pants. I swear, I was like running, dude. I just felt it. My stomach goes, whoosh. So it was only if I had dairy. It was so weird, dude.
Oh, Johnny. He super chatted us. That's for Gabby being real. Love y'all.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. We keep it real around here. Oh my God, Melanie said about the vegetables. That's a fart casserole right there. Avoid casseroles.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing. That's I don't want to say it's poor people food.
Wow.
But it's poor
Johnny,
people food.
That's what Johnny's paying for. Jesus, my love.
No, I'm joking. It says casseroles to me always
Casseroles
feel
are-
like
I had
this
the
is
opposite
I'm done.
perspective.
Like I'm about to do groceries the next day. I just want to throw everything into a pan, shove
Oh
it in
my
the
God.
oven,
Okay.
and eat what's left.
Okay.
Like that's a casserole to me.
No, it's so funny that you say that. I have the opposite perspective of a casserole.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
don't think of maybe I don't think of the same thing. I think of like a casserole is like a souffle type of deal where everything is like properly mixed and it rises and it's nice, got that nice toasty top. Am I wrong?
I guess, yeah. Look,
Man.
all I think about with that is
I used
like
to always hear
green
casseroles-
beans, like a green bean casserole.
But that's good.
Like yeah, but it's just
You're
not.
saying- Oh, wow.
It's like okay, whatever. Or like mac and cheese with a crispy top. Like okay.
I love that. I just,
Yeah, but it's literally
that's expensive food, bro.
it is not.
Okay.
Macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese.
You're saying
what's the difference? I threw it in the oven.
No.
Oh, I'm real fancy now. I
Excuse.
splurged the extra 10 cents on my energy bill to bake this shit. What? Like, I don't understand. I just
I'm
don't
saying
understand.
that I specifically remember.
Also, casseroles are something that you give to people when somebody has died.
Really?
Like,
I don't
yeah,
have that.
or they've had a kid or whatever. Like, I just don't like.
If you
I
leave
don't-
this planet or you enter, you get a
Yeah,
casserole.
you get a casserole or like
It's the
yeah. See,
circle of
Raph,
life.
casserole is funeral/wake food. See,
Oh, interesting.
You don't eat that shit on a first date.
I was saying the baked macaroni and cheese was like a food fad for a minute, where it was like expensive, like hipster places were like serving them in
yeah,
little cast iron skillets.
because it's hipster because it's poor people food and they wanted to make poor shit like elevated. So yeah. By the way, I have no problem with poor people food. One of my favorite dishes in the world is literally
Gabby's uncle owns Halliburton, just so you understand
shut
why
up.
she can say.
It's a fried egg and rice. It's in Spanish. We literally call that meal comida de puta, which is, well, if you know Spanish, you'll get it.
It's
Anyway,
sex worker food.
sex worker food. I'm
What
not
is
trying to shit on sex worker. It's just what
Gabby.
it's called in Spanish. Okay, whatever. I'm moving on.
Oh god. I can feel the channel being canceled. Like I just feel YouTube.
It's okay. I'm done with YouTube anyway. No, I'm joking.
Better
Gigantic
join
entrees.
Patreon.
Move along. Gigantic entrees like this massive burger. Don't do it, bro.
Yeah, that's
you
also
want
some
you
bad
want to
luck.
unhinge your fucking jaw like a snake in front of the person that you're trying to make a good impression to. Can you imagine, like, like hold on, let me take a bite of this.
And you're doing the bite where you just go. You're using
And then you have to fucking hork it down like a pelican.
You're using your tongue to compress the burger a little bit.
And like all the baba comes out of
Yeah.
the side of your mouth
God,
because you're
dude.
salivating from trying to open your mouth so wide.
Fucking, you're
Bro.
like the ending scene of like Deborah Logan or whatever the fuck.
Yes, that's exactly what I imagine with those burgers. What else is an enormous entree? Oh, like
like
if
a
you go to
onion,
those,
the blooming
yeah, like
onion.
to yourself, to the head, like that.
To the head.
You're like,
To the
oh, you
dome?
want? I can order you a second one
Oh
to the
my
dome. Come on.
Yeah, can you imagine just
You
being a
can't.
fucking animal? Like you sit down like blooming onion. You want one?
Oh, you want? You want one? We'll take two. Oh God.
Fuck it too.
Fucking get two.
You're gonna want your own sauce.
Oh my God. We can't do it. Or like those giant like onion ring, like the fucking tower of onion rings that they give you at
Yeah.
certain those places.
Yeah, not a
and
good
and
look.
then you're
If
trying
you
to like
can't see
talk
your
to your
date,
date
I'll
and you're like going.
If your fucking entree blocks you from having a conversation, it's probably the wrong meal.
Oh my God, Jesus. Or like anything that comes flambéed.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. Like,
the-
oh, you really want to have a dangerous
How about-
fire?
How about the chili skillet?
Oh.
Where it literally is like,
and the whole restaurant is watching as it comes to your fucking table.
Everyone's going like, I want that. I should have
Also,
ordered that.
If your first date is at Chili's,
Yeah.
you're probably
No,
18.
No,
That's
no,
okay,
no,
but that's okay. That's
No,
okay.
I disagree because I think Chili's and places like that are like a low risk. Like if you want a casual date or if you're
Yeah.
doing a lunch date or if you're both
Not
recently
Chili's,
divorced.
Babe. Not Chili's.
No?
No.
I don't think it's that.
Chili's is like I'm literally between the ages of 16 and 20.
It's a way better
and
date.
I've got no money.
Correct.
And I have to, and I'm just like, fuck it, Chili's, bro.
No, Chili's is a way more of a flex if you're younger. For
Oh,
sure.
Raph,
For sure.
Raph.
Is he reading you?
No. He said, what about hibachi? Are you sharing your first date with 8 other people? If you're cool with that, then... But do you really want to stare at like a small child having his birthday dinner
Oh
with
my
his drunk
God.
parents
Yeah, Raph's not
across
thinking.
the fucking table from you while they fucking like shotgun a shrimp
And they're
into your face? Yeah, no.
No, Raph, that's
They
back
do
call,
the
back call.
fucking heartbeat
Yeah.
fried rice at you. Oh.
And then you're like to your date, oh my God, right? Like they never see.
End of date.
Oh
End of
my
date.
God, dude.
Oh my God.
John Baloo's giving it back to you. Chili's is a poor kid's date. You're never
It
gonna live that down.
is.
What did you
I don't
just
care.
What did you just abandon? What atrocity that you said in the past have you abandoned for that one? I can't remember
Theater
what it was.
kids. Hating theater kids,
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
now we forget theater kids. That's the old news cycle. Now you're like anti Chili's.
If your first date is at Chili's, you're probably a poor person, Jeff Bezos.
Exactly. Gabby is related to Jeff Bezos. That makes sense.
We're from Miami, aren't we?
Yeah.
Isn't he from Miami?
Well, he went to college here.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, go.
Oh,
That was good.
Deep fried treats are a no-no.
Yeah, like an elephant ear. What if your first date is at the fair, like a youth fair?
That's different though,
Yeah.
and you have to be cool. You have to have
Yeah.
said like, I'm going for the disgusting food.
Right.
Like we're going because this is what we want.
Yeah.
French fries, onion rings, calamari, mozzarella sticks, fried pickles, and the like can all be incredible whether you're getting them in a fine restaurant or a neighborhood diner.
Right.
They aren't messy and they almost always taste good. The problem with these foods is what they project or what they may cause your date to. This is what I don't agree with.
Go ahead. Let me hear this.
Or what they may cause your date to think about you even inadvertently. Fried foods just aren't healthy. They're packed with calories, have few redeeming nutrients, and are
Right.
laden with fat. They're also typically served in giant quantities. So even if you're just hoping for a few fries, you might end up with a giant platter of them.
Right.
And for people who are focused on health and fitness, seeing another person dine on a bunch of fried foods can be an off-putting experience. Even if you go to the gym all the time and are just ordering fried pickles or
Yeah.
Oreos as a treat, the person you are on the date with doesn't know that backstory.
Now,
They
you
just see
have to-
someone indulging in bad foods.
I will say, this is unfair.
This is, something
Listen,
you have to be careful.
I will say, if you're hot as fuck, if you're handsome as fuck, if you're like ripped, if you have abs, you can eat whatever the fuck you want, and it's unfair.
Yeah,
But that's how that's unfairly the scale. Like if I was
it is true.
at my most out of shape, I would have ordered the healthiest meal.
Champaloo poutine.
Poutine.
Bro,
Oh.
don't do that. You do not want to be eating cheese curds and gravy in front of another person slopped onto a fry, bro. It's just the wrong.
Now-
My brother,
yeah.
bro, water and gum is clearly the way to go. Honestly, that's why I just went out for drinks with all
Ice
my
water,
first dates.
ice
like,
water.
yeah, just you have a couple of drinks
You can
and
put a
you
lime
call it a
wedge.
night. Bro, yeah, a little lime wedge. Just suck on the lime wedge.
A
You need
mint
sustenance.
flavored
Eat
toothpick.
before you go on your first date.
That that's great advice.
The end of this article should say, don't go on a
Based.
meal-based date for your first date. Just
Right.
don't do it. If you can see it in a zoo, don't order it. So escargot, alligator, shit, frog's legs, grilled rabbit, turtle soup, like anything that's like exotic, don't do it.
That's unfortunate too.
I
Because
don't
alligator's
agree.
delicious. And it's pretty tame, like in terms of like it's like a chicken thing, but it's fried usually.
Again, I don't agree, especially if you're like, if you're both cool with it.
I mean that applies to everything. It's just you want to have a first date though. It's just like a different thing. You could do it second date, no problem.
Yeah, but
Right?
maybe not the first one.
Wouldn't you agree that like second date, a lot of this doesn't apply?
Depends on what happened at the end of the first date.
Right? Did you shit your pants from the fucking poutine?
Well, yeah, or I mean, like I think that
Then tone it
I
down.
think that you can let go of a lot of pretense if the first date
Went super well.
went all the way, if you
Right.
know what I mean.
I think you have to prove that you can exist in polite company on the first date, and then
Yeah, Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's what it's like. Like, can you get that this is a bad idea, even if you're fine, like even if you can handle it?
Melanie, I love watching escargot at the zoo.
Right, exactly. The snail zoo. Come on, kids.
I don't know why this article isn't the best,
it was
but
written by
you know,
AI.
whatever. You get what I'm saying. You get what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Chelsea, my first date with my boyfriend was at a fried chicken and waffle joint. 5 years later, we're still going strong. Yeah, but okay, it was a mutual thing, right? Like you both said, we're gonna go to this bomb ass chicken and waffle joint, and this is what we're gonna do.
I don't think fried chicken is like that big of an issue. I think that was a little overblown.
Well, what they're saying about that is just that it's greasy, so you're gonna have grease on your face or your fingers if you're eating with your fingers, and then it's gonna smell because the smell of fried food sticks to you. So
if you're
like
it's
a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, if you're both walking into the chicken and waffles place and it's like consensual fried chicken. Then you're good. If you go to a place where one of the things they offer is fried chicken,
then you may want to stay away from
a little more risky.
You can choose something else. Oh, if it comes with a head, don't order something that's gonna stare back at your date.
Right.
In its
after
it's left the mortal coil. Like you don't want to see glazed over fish eyes. I mean, fish already is a no-no.
Yeah.
We know this. Cooked fish, not okay. But like anything else, what else comes with a head?
Shrimp.
A suckling pig. Definitely don't.
God,
bro,
who's getting
what
suckling?
kind of psycho orders a suckling pig on ever?
Refresh the camera real quick. It's funny because one time I was at a sushi restaurant and I just ordered the most basic shrimp roll. It was like a tempura shrimp roll. And it just came perfect, delicious tempura shrimp roll, and then they just threw the fucking heads on the plate.
Oh no!
And I'm like, bro, what is this? I'm not gonna eat this. It wasn't a date or anything,
would
thank
they
God,
do
but it was
that?
just like that was a sabotage.
Yeah, no, don't do it. Anything with a head, just don't do it. Never order anything that's too safe or boring. That's true.
Interesting. Tell me about that one.
That is true.
I
am judging you by your palate.
Go ahead and explain this because I did not see this one coming.
Okay. It says the flip side of the too messy, too potent, too unusual is the flip side of the rule, which is you don't want to like look boring or predictable. So like if you're going out for, like this is the you take me to a fancy steak restaurant and I'm ordering the chicken tenders. Like it's that where you're like,
that's a problem.
This person is like is food averse or like has food anxiety or is just has a boring palate. Yeah. And like if you like food, if you enjoy food and you like being adventurous with that, I do. I know a lot of people. No, I'm not gonna call them out. That's rude. Because that stuff, I mean, look, you can't always. I'm gonna reactivate your camera because it's still
chugging and lugging.
I think people that have food anxieties literally have to work through some shit because food anxieties are just that, they're anxiety. So I don't want to I don't want to judge anybody. But if you are that person, then maybe going out to a diner or a restaurant is not the move. For
go bowling.
Date. Like maybe that's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
I'm a really picky eater.
Yeah.
And that's
discuss that at a non-food first date.
Right, without the food around you.
Yeah.
And then you can see how you want to like I have a problem with picky eaters. I'm so glad when Peter and I first started dating, like one of the first things that he texted me was that
pigeon live on the streets.
No, he ate like fucking 13 empanadas in one day. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's about right. That's my man right there. He was really skinny too. So I knew that it was never going to be a problem. But
Yeah. All right, well, that was a good list.
That was a good list.
I'm very happy that
I'm glad. That was a very divisive conversation.
Let us know in the comments, because I like reading this kind of stuff, what is an example of a bad...
lavender scented foam. Perfect first date.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Let us know if you've had anybody order some rank shit on your first date, and if you've ever ordered something rank on your first date and didn't realize it. I'd love to know what you guys think.
Seriously.
But all right, moving on. And by the way, in the future, if you see an article like that, send it to us because we love reading shit like that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, moving along to one of our favorite topics. Dead by Daylight has released a new killer, and it is
Chucky.
Chucky.
If you guys haven't checked out our Patreon yet, you should. We've been streaming a couple times. We did Dead by Daylight streams, which is like a fun way to win prints. If I win a match by a certain amount, I give away a print. But I cannot wait to get back on one of these days and try Chucky out and show you guys. It's so funny. He's tiny on the map.
He is so funny.
And this game is so freaking good. If you guys haven't tried it yet, it's such a good game. I know a couple people messaged me saying they started playing it after we started playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Let me see if I'm playing the trailer.
Okay.
So the whole idea is that he's like the first killer that you play in third person, because usually as a killer you play in first. But he's so small that you have to play
It's
all
so
the way
funny.
zoomed out, and he's just like running and scampering along the map, and he's got the ability to like rush at you and stab you, like do a flying stab. You can see here they're showing Tiffany, because you can.
It's voiced by Brad Dourif, the original voice, and Jennifer Tilly, the original
Yeah.
voice. It's so funny. They talk so much shit in the game.
So you buy the whole pack, which I think is like.
No, I wasn't able to do that. It was
I
just
think it's 30. It's like $35 for all three of them. So it's like the original good guys doll, then the bloody
Version.
scarred up version, and then the Tiff doll is like $35 altogether. But man, he's really fun, and people are having a great time playing
Yeah.
him. Peter was playing him last night and
So
having
fun.
he was like, "This is easily going to be my favorite killer."
yeah, it's so good.
But
But
yeah,
I
he
just
can
like-
crawl under pallets, Bob. Dude, yeah, I know, Bob. It's $5 to buy just Chucky. So
Yeah.
like, if you just want to spend $5, you can get Chucky and play as him. But if you, for an extra $30, because I think it's $15 for each cosmetic skin, you can either play as the bloody
Well, and
Chucky
Tiff
or you can
has-
play as Tiff.
Tiff unlocks all her voice acting too. It's really
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
But I just like that. It feels like this game reminds me of what Mortal Kombat 2 felt like when I was a kid, which was there was all this lore around it. There was always like, oh, who's the next killer that you can unlock, all that kind of stuff. So it has that. Not the same type of game at all, but it just reminds me of that, where there's like there's always something new going on.
Right. So just wanted to
Yeah.
bring that out because we do talk about
And if you
DVD a
haven't
lot.
shown off our Patreon, like if you guys haven't, like our Patreon's been doing like a lot of fun there. We had a great secret Black Friday drop.
Yeah.
A lot of people got their Attack Peter Grail, so to speak, like one of the prints that's really been hard to find, and it was a lot of fun.
But I don't think anybody won because you lost. Remember?
Well, that one, but the big one. But we did. I'm saying on our Patreon, we do some exclusive drops in the shops.
Yeah.
We give away prints every month. And so if you come and hang out with us, or if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can see some of our previous streams where we played this.
Yes.
But also, it will be something we'll do again in the future one day.
Right, exactly. Wheel of Killers for the next stream. This was a
I love that
suggestion
idea. I love that idea.
from Samurai Jin.
Yeah.
He's got great ideas for us, and he
Yeah.
just threw that one at me where we should put all the killers
Yeah,
into a
random.
wheel
That's
and
a
then
great
make
idea.
Peter spin to see who's going to play with.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
That we're definitely
I've
doing
unlocked
that.
them all, so that's perfect.
I love that my brother and sister are both in the chat trolling me. My sister just put MTV True Life. My sister is canceled.
Bro, Effie's out of control.
Rich put, this is turning into a long list of people Gabby hates.
Oh.
Christopher Alarcon, some people might be all three. A poor theater kid who turns tricks.
Bro.
I don't hate sex workers. I don't know how it turned
So
into that.
terrible, guys. I don't know how. I'm sorry. I have to cancel my own wife.
Bro.
I'm gonna
Okay,
have to
moving
cancel her.
along.
You're canceled.
Yeah, cancel. Moving along to Godzilla news because there's a lot going on right now.
Yes.
So they just put out the first poster for Godzilla vs. Kong 2, which reveals epic and bloody new details. Here's the
Yeah.
poster. Bow to your new king. What was it that they were revealing? But there was like a secret thing. Was
No,
it the
well,
villain or something? It's like
I
it
have to be-
teases it or something.
I have to be careful what I say because I have
Don't-
to.
yeah.
I'm going to disclose that I've seen a lot of what's happening in this movie, and I know everything that's happening in this movie for work. It's really cool. I'm super excited about it. It's kind of a curse that it had it spoiled for me. Refresh it one more time. This thing is chugging.
I know. it's
And
so
just keep an eye on it. And then and so it's really cool. But yes, they are revealing what appears to be an antagonistic force in the movie. I'll say that.
It does say here in
What does it say? So I can say it. I don't
It
want to say
says
anything.
the upcoming film is set to see the return of several key cast members from the previous installment, with a story that follows Godzilla and Kong as they face off against a new enemy. And
Okay.
then it says "Bow to your new king," and it has the. It says on the bottom "Scar King."
Oh, okay, so it says his name is Scar King.
well,
Cool.
it says hashtag Scar King.
That's the character's name.
Oh, okay. That's what the big.
It's really
that's
cool.
what the big reveal was.
I
Scar
can't
King.
wait to see it actually like happen, like the footage of it. But from what I've had described to me and the stuff that I have seen, it's gonna be pretty fun. gonna be pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And speaking of Godzilla, we have been watching Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's
Peter
really
has been
good.
falling asleep while I've been watching.
No,
Monarch
but
Legacy
I
of
watched it all. I
Monsters.
watched it all.
He did. He
Yeah.
just it takes him a couple of tries.
But
But
I get tired at night.
I don't want to go through here
No,
because I don't want
Spoil.
like spoilers or whatever too many. But man, there have been some cool monster
really
reveals.
good, dude.
I'm really into it.
Look, you know, I love Godzilla.
Yeah.
But I will say that not all Godzilla properties have compelling stories for the humans.
That is true.
You know, it's usually like you sit through that stuff to get to the cool monster stuff. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they have great stuff. But I wasn't sure what I was going to get out of this, and I definitely didn't think you were going to be into it.
I didn't think so either. I wasn't even going to bother watching. In fact, when you put it on the first time, I think I like grabbed my phone like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But I got really into it.
It was good,
and
dude.
It's not that there's like tons of intrigue. Like it's all very, it's not one of those shows that it's fun to speculate about what's going on in the background or what's going to happen next. It's just a fun watch to see sort of the beginnings of Monarch and the beginnings of them discovering Godzilla and blah,
the
blah.
acting's really good.
It is.
The characters are really good.
Yeah.
They do a good job of like sprinkling in cool monster shit throughout because it's mostly a human story with monsters as the backdrop.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's really well done. There's some great Godzilla shots. I'm just saying, dog, you're gonna get your Godzilla in the show.
You don't get Godzilla
A ton.
really until like the third episode.
But it's good.
I believe it's like either the end of the second or the beginning of the third. But and you only get like a few moments of him, but
it's
it is
still-
good. I kind of
it's
like
quality.
that they're keeping him sort of like downplayed.
Yeah.
They have shown us other kaiju.
Yeah. There's a great
there's like
sequence early on, like in the first scene of the first episode, is John Goodman, and a scene that reminds me of a Ray Harryhausen movie. You gotta do it again. It's fucking.
Oh my god! What? I need to disconnect it.
Yeah, I'll do it real
What
quick.
I need to do.
So yeah, I'll vamp on this real
I'm
quick
about to
while you
start
do it.
pulling wires. I don't know which one.
No, you know which one it is.
No, I don't know.
Okay, well don't unplug random shit.
Well, which one is it?
Like follow the thing real quick. Here. It's the silver one.
There's two silver ones.
The only one coming out of here.
Hold on.
So, but yeah, I'll just say that there's a scene early on in that first episode that's like, it's John Goodman, so you know it's tying it to Skull Island, the Kong Skull Island movie, and you know which I love that movie, by the way. But there's a scene that first scene, he's running from something to do something, and it turns into a big Ray Harryhausen-esque moment. I freaking loved it. That's better. Did you do it?
I don't know if I actually did anything, but
Well, it's better.
let's just hope that fixed it.
Yeah. Oh, it's chugging again.
Still chugging.
Now I'll refresh it. Maybe since you fucking trash camera, bro.
Trash.
Someone
We're
who
throwing
knows
it away
about-
right at the end of the stream.
Yeah, someone who knows about cameras, reach out to us and help us.
Please,
All
God.
right. But yeah, so I'm saying is you can watch the first episode free on Apple TV. You don't have to subscribe. But I strongly recommend you guys maybe getting a free month, knowing that you guys love your kaiju stuff. Because there's a lot of ways to get free Apple TV for a month, or at least subscribing for a month and checking it out, because it's really good.
It is really good. The next episode doesn't come out for a little bit, right?
Really?
I don't
I thought it
remember.
was-
I
it's
thought
this
it was
week.
Oh, it might have come out today, actually.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, we'll find out. But yeah, you can catch up pretty quick. They're really good episodes. Like
Yeah.
you'll be sucked in.
Yeah.
I know I was. For
It's
sure.
the best, in my opinion, the best story of the MonsterVerse so far.
Yeah. There is like a storyline that I'm actually pretty hooked on right now, which is the one that's happening because the show takes place in the past and the present.
Yeah.
The storyline that's happening in the present is the one that I'm really hooked on. The past stuff is cool, but the present one is like actually got some mystery in it, which is pretty fun. Oh, it's Friday. Next episode is on Friday.
Oh, Fridays? Really?
Nice. Yeah. Okay, let me close up some tabs.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's making your webcam chug.
Maybe that would.
We don't know. It could be. Could not
Are
be.
there any other apps open? Like Teams or anything? Like that?
No, I already closed everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening to it. Poor guy. He's trying so hard.
It sucks, dude.
I know. I'm sorry.
Do you have to upgrade his computer?
No. I don't think that's it. I think it's just the webcam is old.
Okay, just refresh it again. Okay.
We're just gonna be playing this game all
Yeah.
night.
Well, just do it. Just keep your mouse clicked.
There you
There
go.
you go.
It starts chugging immediately. What do you
Yeah.
want me to do?
Oh, good.
I'm gonna leave it unplugged for like 2 or 3 seconds.
Okay.
Anyway, moving along. Since we were already talking about aliens earlier, I thought we would bring up some really fun alien news that's been coming up. Timothy Olyphant joins FX's Alien series, which is awesome because we love Timothy Olyphant. He was in, what was the name of that?
Justified.
Justified. Then he was
in
Mandalorian. What was his
Boba
name?
Fett.
No, Boba Fett. No,
the
Mandalorian.
sheriff, the marshal.
He is
was in both.
Mandalorian.
He's in both.
Yeah, but something car banks.
No.
Car, cab Vance.
Not
Cad Vance.
No, yeah, Cobb Vance.
Cobb Vance.
It's Cobb Vance
I
and
almost
Cad
got
Bane.
there.
That's why it's tricky.
I have approximate
I just call him the
knowledge of these
Marshal.
things. The Marshal. Perfect. So it says Timothy Olyphant will reunite with Fargo creator Noah Hawley and with his Justified network of FX for the Alien prequel TV series, which is currently in production. Deadline reports that while official details about his character are not being disclosed, he is expected to play the major role of a synthetic named Kirsch, who acts as a mentor and trainer for Sydney Chandler's Wendy character, a metahuman with the brain and consciousness of a child in the body of an adult.
Dude, I am so hyped for this.
Yeah.
I miss Alien so much.
I know. I'm excited to go back into this.
And now we're
world.
getting the show and a movie. And this guy, what's his name? Noah Hawley. He did Legion. Did you like that show?
Oh, I only watched the first few episodes, but I did like it.
Yeah, he's like really well respected, and I'm pretty optimistic for whatever this
Yeah.
is. They're going hard, dude. This is another one I've seen a few things for. I can't talk too much about, obviously, but I'm super optimistic.
Yeah, it should be fun. It says the story takes place roughly 70 years in the future, decades before the events of the original 1979
Oh,
film.
interesting. Okay.
And about on par with Prometheus, and marks the first story in the franchise that takes place primarily on Earth.
You know, that's another movie that at first I hated,
Wow.
Prometheus, because I was like I built up in my head what it was going to be. And so I walked out hating that movie, and I've rewatched it. I'm like, okay, I don't think it's the greatest movie of all time, and there's some stuff they definitely cut out. I found out in those Art of books that would have been awesome. But I liked the movie a lot, and I definitely love the theme.
Yeah.
You know me, that's my jam
I
right
know.
there.
So yeah, that'll be fun. It's not gonna start production until early 2024.
that's
It's
next
gonna
month.
return to production early 2024. So who knows when we're gonna see it? But
Well, it's next month,
what?
early 2024.
Yeah, but that's production.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
That
It's
means
coming.
maybe end of 2024, maybe 2025.
Let's go, bro. I'm ready.
It's okay. I'm
just-
down to wait for it.
I need to revisit that franchise again. So I feel like it's been too long. There's some video games out there people are said are pretty good.
John Price says, but can everyone admit that Prometheus and Covenant were good lore building movies?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like at first I was like, I didn't. But yeah, I have to rewatch Covenant. I have to because I was very close-minded to that film. I
I
remember
don't think
that.
I watched that one.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Prometheus, Alien
Oh, yeah?
Covenant. But it has some cool stuff in it. But I was not open-minded when I watched it. I'm gonna rewatch it and be open-minded about
Okay,
it. Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Well,
Could be
more
cool.
alien news. Believe it or
Tell me.
not, Alien Romulus,
This is what I'm talking about right
a
here.
movie that is going to take place between the first two films. So between Alien and Aliens, this is where Alien
Dude,
Romulus.
can you
is gonna
imagine
take
the
place.
balls to put out a fucking movie that takes place in between those two?
It is ballsy.
That's Fede. So the director Fede Alvarez is the
Mm-hmm.
guy who did the Evil Dead remake in 2014, which I'm on record as saying I think it's a good movie. It's really spooky and creepy. It left me wanting the Ash vibe. Did not have the Ash vibe in any real way, but it was great in its own right. And
Here-
so I love the idea of this guy taking over Alien. So, oh my God, when does this come out? I
So it
can't
says-
wait.
Fede Alvarez directed Revival, which has been described as a standalone story in the Alien universe.
Good.
Spaney has confirmed a rumor regarding its place within the continuity of the franchise. It's supposed to slot in between the first movie and the second movie, Spaney tells Variety. They brought the same team from Aliens, the James Cameron film. The same people who built those xenomorphs actually came on and built ours. So getting to see the original design with the original people who have been working on these films for 45 plus years and has been so much of their life has been really incredible. It's gonna be awesome.
I mean, look, knock on wood. Everything can suck. But man, this is what I want so bad.
Everything can suck.
Everything is capable of sucking.
We'll see. It should be fun. I mean, I love almost anything in the Aliens universe. I even love the one that people don't like. The one that was
Requiem?
Is it
Or
Requiem?
part
No,
3?
Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Is it Resurrection?
What am I
The
saying?
one with the alien hybrids, the alien and Ridley.
Oh, I love that movie. It was the French
The
director.
Ripley. Yeah. I love that French
I love
director,
that.
so I love that movie,
Yeah.
but I know that some people are not into
I
it.
think people have come around to that movie.
Yeah?
Because I do think so. Because I remember seeing that, like, when I was still working at GameStop. I remember I bought the DVD because someone traded it in for so cheap. and I'm like, this movie's so fucking good. Because he did City of Lost Children. He did Amelie.
Yes.
And those are 2 great movies. And
Yeah.
I thought it was good for, kicking the story back up after part 3.
Yeah. He also did Delicatessen, which is a fucking phenomenal film.
Yeah. Part 3, Alien Part 3 is the one that I'm surprised that most people don't like. I really like it. It's a David Fincher. It has that look to it. It's the dog alien.
Oh, the dog alien.
And it's got the weird like alien hybrid at the end.
Yeah.
You know.
I love all of this stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with it. To be honest. Okay, moving along. So we just finished watching Gen V, which is the spin-off from The Boys. And
We're here to
truthfully,
tell you.
we were not excited to see it.
No, I put it off.
We kind of put it off. We ignored it. We're like, oh, a spin-off. Like, even when they had said The Boys had an animated series, I was like, I don't care.
We still haven't watched that.
We haven't watched it yet. But then we decided one night, just randomly, like, let's put on Gen V and see if it's any good. Dude,
It's really good.
it's so good.
We like it.
I can't believe I'm like me and Peter were saying today that we miss it already.
Yeah.
Like we want season 2 already.
Yeah.
It was so good. The acting was great.
Characters are great.
The characters were awesome.
And I started off thinking I was going to be annoyed by the show for some
Me
reason.
too, because
I don't know
it's
why.
like it's college kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a spin-off, and spin-offs can sometimes like miss the mark on in what made the original so good.
It didn't have Homelander, who is like my favorite fucking villain right now.
Right, and it didn't really have any of the
No,
the
it didn't have
seven.
the Butcher.
Well, they like
there's
the
cameos.
7 are like they cameo in because they're still in that universe. So
Reset
this
it.
one takes place. Gen V takes place after Starlight releases the. Sorry, hold on. After she releases the news that Gen V has been given to babies by their parents. Oh, now it doesn't even want to come back.
I can never even remember those storylines.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Aw, I liked it. I thought it was awesome, and that was like the whole big thing was that Starlight was like, "Fuck this shit. We have to expose Vought for having basically planned to create soups. You know, this was never something that just happened. It's not like a natural human evolution. This is something that parents were paid to do experiments on their babies, their newborn babies.
Yeah.
And all of these superpowers that we get, including all the bad things that happen, are the fault of our parents."
So fucked up, dude.
And like Gen V really explores that because you have a really young generation of superheroes who are now sort of grappling with this concept of, well, I am a superhero, but there are some downsides to this. And on top of that, my parents did this to me.
If you're dumb like me and you don't remember stuff, like I now Gabby telling me that I remember all of it, but I didn't remember when I was watching it, and I still had a great time with it.
Yeah, you don't really need to have watched it to enjoy it. I mean, like it probably helps.
Oh, it definitely helps that you've seen it because they have a lot of callbacks.
Yeah, and like you won't really understand.
And you should watch The Boys.
Oh my
if
God,
you
that's
haven't
like
watched.
mandatory watching at this
so
point.
good.
But yeah, it was fantastic. Oh, Larry, love the Muppet kills.
Oh,
Dude,
my
it was
God.
so unexpected and so delightful.
Yeah,
Loved
it's
it.
just such an entertaining show. I said to Gabby multiple times, The Boys in a way kind of screwed up the MCU for me. Now,
Yeah.
having said that, if the MCU comes back in a big way, I'll be stoked.
Yeah.
But The Boys did to the MCU what The Watchmen did to comics, like at
Yeah.
the time, and Dark Knight Returns and all that shit. So
Yep.
like it's just strange to see that phenomena happen again. It's so good. It's just so like thoughtful, funny, gory, exciting, great characters, great acting, and again like iconic fucking like Homelander. To me, dude, Homelander's up there now with best villains in pop culture.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh god, he's slight spoiler. He makes a cameo appearance, and it's very short, but it's very good.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so on that topic, apparently there's another spin-off in the works called The Boys Mexico. And it's going to be written by the Blue Beetle, that DC movie that nobody saw. The Blue Beetle movie writer Gareth Dunnett Alcocer. And it's going to have Diego Luna and Gael Garcia Bernal.
That's Werewolf by Night. Mm-hmm. And Andor.
They were also in Y Tu Mamá También.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. They're like all
Holy shit.
coming in. Yeah. So the Boys universe is expanding yet again with The Boys Mexico, a new series offshoot from Blue Beetle writer Gareth Dunnett Alcocer. Deadline has learned. Diego Luna and Gael Garcia Bernal, are set to executive produce and are considering taking on acting roles, though neither would be major roles, sources shared with Deadline say. Okay. Details regarding the premise are being kept under wraps. So it's just sort of like, what's the word that I'm looking for?
Are they
here?
remaking it in Spanish? Or is it like a separate like spin-off show?
I don't know that they've said. It will be shot in Mexico.
Well, it's smart.
They're still working on the budgets for the new series. They haven't really begun casting yet. Okay. They're still working on the script.
It's smart because like it's one of those things where you could do like a spin-off in any culture, any country, because the phenomena would be happening there too.
Of course, it would be happening everywhere. VOT is not going to just do experiments.
More IP needs to do shit like this. Stop doing the same fucking characters, same story. Just expand your universe, bro.
Let's see. The animated The Boys Presents Diabolical, which premiered in March. We haven't seen that one. And the College That spin-off Gen V, which just concluded for a season and has been renewed for season 2. Thank fucking God.
Has anybody seen Diabolical, the animated show? Is it good? Let us know.
I haven't seen it.
I think maybe we should watch it because I'm still in the mood for boy stuff.
But yeah, it doesn't say anything about if it's going to be all in Spanish.
I thought I read that somewhere.
I don't know. Anyway. It doesn't say it anywhere here.
Okay.
But I think it's still going to be great. Yeah. No matter what. I think it's going to be awesome. So far, I've liked everything that they've done with this property, so I can't see this being a flop.
No. And honest. I would watch it if it was in Spanish. Yeah.
Dole says, The Boys Canada, please. It's the nicest story about superheroes.
They're just not that rude.
Yeah, they're just chill, you know? Yeah. Just trying to make it through the winter. Okay, moving on.
All right.
I don't know anything about Canada except it's cold.
We should have Dole come on and do a Canada segment. The more you know. The more you know, eh? They really say it.
I know they really do.
I like it. I wish we had a thing like that. We don't have a thing like that.
Yes, we do.
What?
Miami doesn't have their own little quirky
but
kind
it's not
of.
But it's not as widely known as a.
No, of course not. But we're not a whole country. Yeah. We're just a city.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I'm sorry. That webcam is
shitting. Okay, I'm pretty much done.
I'm surprised that it's not fucking setting on fire.
Okay. That's why I told you we need a better fucking template that gets rid of the. Keeps us with don't we have browser window which is 2 cams?
What we need is a new webcam.
I know, but for now.
For right now.
Because I'm about to print this.
Oh yeah, I have. No, I don't. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll just keep going. I'll just turn off the webcam until you're ready. Okay, there you go. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty enlists Loki creator Michael Waldron to write the script. Remember that we talked about this last time that the director for Kang Dynasty decided to step away from the project. He's still going to work on some other Marvel projects, but they had to find somebody new, and so they got the guy from Loki, which I'm not upset about, although he did write Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, he wrote a bunch of shit we don't care for.
I don't know.
I don't know how much of it his fault. I feel like all this shit goes through 50,000 writers.
That is true.
So I feel bad for him. Maybe he wrote a bunch of Rick and Morty shit, which obviously we like. Yeah.
So it's like hit or miss.
So who knows? But
what
it's
else did he do?
I'm just more bummed.
Yeah, Cretin, who left. He's
the director's
working
gone.
On Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings sequel.
The director's gone, and now they're talking about bringing Sam Raimi. And look, I say all the time, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, 2 favorite movies, interchangeable. Yeah. But I don't know.
Multiverse of Madness wasn't it?
It wasn't my favorite.
Which is funny because when I walked out of that film, I'm like, fuck yeah, I love this.
You were.
And then as it marinated in my memory, I'm like, I don't know. That was kind of a miss. Yeah. I'm sorry, Sam Raimi. I love the directing style. It's just the story was kind of womp.
I don't like some of the choices in that movie. But either way, the point is I'm like, I don't know if you give him a fucking Avengers movies. And like Michael Waldron, same. Like maybe he's not the problem, but the output has been so fucking 50-50 that you're going to entrust that the next Avengers movie, probably the most important thing Marvel can do to... Who knows? Maybe it's maybe
We'll
it's already
see.
been written.
We'll see.
The funny thing is, I saw this headline, and I was like, okay, I want to read this. I want to know what they're saying, but also I'm annoyed that this is the news. Like I'm annoyed to think that this is the direction. I was so ready for them to say, okay, well, maybe they don't announce it, but maybe they just start to phase Kang out or bring in a fucking.
It seems like they're still
variant,
going fucking hard and fast on
his
Kang,
trials
so.
today. I was telling you before.
I know.
The trial starts today, I should say.
Jonathan Majors?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
All right.
It is what it is. And speaking about more Marvel news.
Give me the cam just in case.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
Taika Waititi
More
was
irritating.
interviewed about... Taika Waititi was interviewed about his directing of Thor Ragnarok, and he's quoted as saying he had no interest in directing it, and he only did it because he was poor.
Bro, I have such a problem with this fucking... This is really irritating for me.
Really irritating.
Because
dude.
I love Ragnarok.
Yeah,
I think
it's one of the best Marvel movies ever.
Easily. And then I think Love and Thunder is one of the worst that they did.
Yeah.
And so that's such a weird thing to me. And I love his other movies. But I hated hearing him say this.
Yeah.
It was such a rude thing to fucking say.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think he also felt like, well, they're just giving this to me because Thor is a trash series and they're continuing it because they already have a plan for him to
He
be
said
part
that?
of. Yeah.
Oh.
He said it. He was like, obviously nobody Thor was not good. I'll tell you right, I'm going to read it because he added, and Thor, let's face it, it was probably like the least popular franchise.
Well, yeah.
But then here's another controversial statement. I never read Thor comics when I was a kid. That was the comic I'd pick up and be like, ugh. And then I did some research on it and I read one Thor comic or 18 pages or however long they are. And I was still baffled by this character. And he says that he feels like he was asked to direct the Thor films because there was no place left for them to go with that. I thought, well, if they've called me in, this really is the bottom of the barrel. Adding that fans initially hated that he had signed on for the first one. So I can see how he has some,
This sounds like sour
feelings.
grapes to me.
Yeah, I mean, especially after how badly Love and Thunder bombed.
Yeah, he wasn't saying this shit after
He was
Ragnarok.
saying I never even wanted to do this.
Yeah, well, now he's saying that.
Now, right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. I love this guy's work. I think it's such a shit move PR wise, and I was telling you before the stream, it makes me feel like he's calling me stupid for liking Ragnarok. I know he's not, but
No, yeah.
I could take it that way if I wanted to be emotional about it. He's basically saying who cares, that kind of energy.
Yeah.
And bro, Ragnarok was so great. You know what I mean? Love and Thunder was a fucking miss. Shut the fuck up. And do another good movie, and don't make us feel stupid for liking that shit. Because that's how
For
it comes
real.
off.
That's
it's
100%
I just
true.
fucking did it for the money. I hate this shit.
Okay, well, moving along.
Anyway, I'm printing this.
Right, but there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about because this was something that I had pulled up, but
I gotta
also.
pull this.
Okay, pull it.
Let me see.
I'm gonna pull it.
You do a little pull sound when I fucking do the thing. Let me see.
All right.
All right, here we go.
All right,
Fucking the collapse of
ready?
the stream.
Jeez,
Get
fucking
ready.
Christ, ready?
Oh,
And
ding, ding. There we go.
yeah. Wow, look at that.
This camera's gonna die. It's its last fucking day. Hey, it's kind of pretty cool.
It came out awesome, my
Yeah,
love.
I
I'm
was
surprised that you went for the unmasked version because I was pretty sure that
hell,
it was going to be
course.
too intense.
No, you got to do the unmask.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When I was sketching it this afternoon, I'm like, why did I fucking say that I was going to do this? It's so complicated to figure out, but it came out good.
Yeah, it came out great,
I
my
had a lot of
love.
fun one. So this print, along with all the other prints we do on the stream, is something that you guys can win if you're subscribed on my Patreon, to our Patreon channel.
Yep, and the link is down below.
The link is down below in the description. So every month we give away. Now we're giving away five prints a month,
yeah.
and then we even give away an extra one during our Patreon live streams to people who are in the chat. So it's like an exclusive extra chance to win. So for every time we get, if you want to tell your friends, come over and subscribe to win prints. Every 25 subscribers, I'm adding a new print. So we're super close to hitting 100. I think we're almost at 90.
Yeah, we really are, yeah.
So head over if you haven't subscribed yet. It's $5 a month. You can win. You get 5 chances to win a print for free. We ship them out to you guys, and then we do old, print drops or like older stuff in the store. So just exclusive stuff timed for you guys to make it really fun. So join us.
Okay, can I finish this
Yes,
one
finish this
article?
one.
One of our buddies, Javier Trias, he sent me this today by DM, and he was like,
did he?
"Can you
That's cool.
please cover the Nosferatu news?" And so yeah, we'll cover it real quick, even though we're pretty much done. Robert Eggers is going to be releasing his version of Nosferatu Christmas of 2024, which kind of sucks because that's a whole year from now.
I know, but that's a perfect
but
Christmas movie.
I think it's worth waiting, dude. I think it's worth waiting. It looks like it's going to be awesome. Peter was like, is it going to be silent? Obviously not. It's 2023. We can't have silent films. But it looks awesome. So I'm stoked. I can't wait to see pictures of Nosferatu himself. I can't wait to see more stills from the actual set. But yeah, this one looks awesome. And if you don't know who Robert Eggers is, he's the guy who did The Vivitch.
The Vivitch. Oh my God, dude.
He did The Lighthouse, the one with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. So this is a fantastic director. Really good at moody, atmospheric horror. So this is going to be one to really get excited for.
I love Count Orlok, the character, and I love the vibe. We just did a Nosferatu poster at Mondo.
Man, you should do a Nosferatu.
With Troy Nixie. Yeah, that would be a good one to do on the blog. Yeah, someone remind me.
Yeah.
But this is a perfect fit. Robert Eggers doing this. I really dig all his movies, and the idea that we could get something like this and make it creepy again, because I think that's the whole point. The first movie is like 1930 or 1913 or some shit like that. So long ago, over 100 years.
Yeah.
But I'm sure at the time it was like incredibly fucking creepy. So now I'm super hyped to see how that comes out through this guy's lens. I mean, no pun intended. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's gonna be fucking great. By the way, my brother did so much work pulling up information about the Predator that I feel like I have to read at least one thing that he sent me. Okay, my brother, by the way, if you didn't know, is an encyclopedia on
Predator.
the Predator verse. So
We
if you ever have
tried to
questions,
convince
go
him
ahead.
to do a what if Predator channel, like
it'd be
Star Wars
so
theory,
good.
but like Predator theory.
Yeah.
Because he has such great ideas about lore. Like it's just a time thing, but he knows his shit.
Yeah, but anyway, so I asked him to send me some like factoids about the Predator.
Yes.
And so this is the one that I thought was really cool. It has to do with the costume that ended up on film.
Okay.
So it says here, the original thought process was to have Jean-Claude Van Damme in the
remember
Predator
this.
suit and make the Predator an agile and ninja-like warrior, but Jean-Claude Van Damme was only 5'9" in the suit, and compared to Arnold Schwarzenegger and the rest of the cast, who were almost over 6 feet tall, it looked wrong.
Yeah.
The suit was also incredibly hot, which caused Van Damme to pass out a few times while filming, and it was really hard to move in it, so that made it look especially silly. Eventually, the costume design was handed over to the incredible Stan Winston, and the legendary Kevin Peter Hall was chosen to be the first Predator. This was historically a baller choice, this is my brother's words, as Kevin Peter Hall was 7 feet 2 inches in his bare feet and close to 7 feet 6 inches in the suit. So that's why all of the rest of the, like now in actual Predator canon, all of the Predators are that big.
No kidding.
Yeah. Because they chose to go with such a big and like menacing character just to stack up to Arnold Schwarzenegger and the rest of the
It's a
cast
great
in the
idea
film.
because it's just so much cooler, that presence. And I think actually one of the cool things about Alien vs. Predator, since we're talking about that, now I want to watch that movie again.
I know, we should watch it.
Yeah, because there's like those moments where they're standing face to face with the main actress's character, and they tower over her, but they're like not psychopathic or anything. They're just like, you can tell they have a tribal like respect for the hunt. It's just so
My
cool.
brother put a thing that is like they have like very strict rules about the hunt. Like they are basically going after only the prey, I guess, that are worthy matches. So that's why they only go after aliens and humans, like the xenomorphs and humans, and like everything else they leave alone.
Okay.
But because they have rules about what counts as a hunt and what counts as like a kill, and they use those things to kind of ascend the ranks of the tribe,
Right.
to become different types of warriors or whatever. And apparently the Predator that we see in the first movie is only a teenager.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's very young, which is why he's defeated, not easily, but why he is. Apparently there are much more intense ones. And humans can be predators. This is a
Interesting, I
cool.
didn't know that.
Yeah, this is a cool one. But basically, if a predator sees you take down a xenomorph, to them that's basically you like they call it becoming blooded or something. Like
okay.
you basically have like taken down one of the fiercest prey, and so you can become marked as part of a tribe. And apparently in Predator canon, there's 3 human predators, and they're all women.
Interesting.
It's pretty fucking rad.
So
there you go.
I fucking love it. I love the idea that Van Damme was in it. I love the lore. I can't wait for more stuff to come out.
Yeah.
This was a fun one, you guys. Thank you for hanging with us and joining us.
Great.
I love doing it. I would love to do another one in the future, or maybe I gotta do a xenomorph to go with it.
I think so.
But then should I order a longer block, or I want to just fit him into this?
A longer block?
Because that big ass head.
Oh, that's true.
But I just want him to fit in this, and maybe
Yeah.
I was debating that.
We gotta workshop it.
Well,
but
anyway,
it is an idea.
just some reminders on your way out when we ended. Go over and hang on Dole's channel if you want to check out some great Batman toy news and toy coverage. You know, he does he's a great entertainer in my opinion. All the Toy Anxiety guys, the Geek Dad Live guys are just great broadcasters, great entertainers. But he's going live now. I put the link in the chat so you can join him. He's a great dude and a friend of ours. We're gonna bring him on the show if we can figure that out. We do. And then again, just a reminder: our Patreon is up there. Link is in the description. I think it's the best way to get my artwork right now because I'm not doing a lot of new prints at the moment, as you've seen. It's like super collectible, 5x7. A lot of people have been telling me forever, hey, can you make something small? Because I don't have space for the big stuff. So here it is, and you can win it for free. Yep. So definitely recommend you checking that out. And remember, we have another stream for Decon? I think we do, right? Don't we have a weird schedule?
One more stream before Decon,
December 6th.
which is
no?
Are we streaming? No, we're not streaming December 6th.
Yeah, it says Wednesday stream.
Oh, I guess we are streaming next Wednesday.
So
That's right, because we're off on the 13th.
So next week we're streaming. We're not skipping
so
a week.
it's gonna be the 6th and then the 20th, I believe is when or 6th and the 27th. I don't remember.
6th and the 20th.
6th and the
I'm
20th.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6th and the 20th, and then that will be our last YouTube streams
for the year.
of the year.
Yes. Okay. So we'll post all about it.
Fun.
Next week we stream. The week after that we're in California.
Yep.
All right. Love you guys.
That's enough. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Bye.